Hey everybody, it's me Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, and it's time for our next Saturday with Stacy YouTube class number 499, counting down to 500 Saturday with Stacy classes. It's been a long time, huh? We've been doing this together for years now. Now 500, the 500th class lands on National Scrapbooking Day, and I couldn't have planned it that way even if I had tried, but I do have some fun things for you next week, absolutely. So I hope that you tune on in, and I do have a global launch for you next week, but I also have 2 global launches for you this week. It's just wahoo Couture all day long, all around. So this week it's a pretty simple class. I kept it pretty easy peasy this week because I know next week is going to be a little bit more of a technique, just really showing you the product and how to use the product and all the different things you can do with the product. So this week I asked Creative Expressions to do some special products for Scrapbooking Made Simple. We have the global launch on it, but they will be available to other retailers relatively soon. We get to launch it, and then more retailers get to purchase it. And the same with Jacquard. I have a global launch from Jacquard that I will be using again next week. I'm actually launching this a week early. Asher doesn't know that yet. Hi! Surprise! So I'm excited to show you both products, but we're also going to be using things that are in your crafty stash. And by all means, you can take out product that you have that's similar to and follow along with me. There's some things here that are unique and different, but then there's some things here that really should probably already be in your crafty stash. I bet that you have something very similar to them. So today it's just about having a good time and fun and enjoyment and kind of decompressing as I gear up for the next YouTube class, because I know that I want to do it justice, and I know that it's technique based. So I thought we'll just keep it easy peasy for today. Some of you are like, easy peasy, I'm a newbie, nothing's easy peasy. Oh wait, this absolutely is. Now I have winter chicken dinner to talk about. I also have a little bit of a story to tell. And so I'm gonna get through my winter chicken dinner, and then I will kind of launch into why I have some of the things that I have. And then we'll start to play away. And I'm gonna be using inks and metallic inks and a couple tools. One of them I didn't even think to, I'm like, gosh, that's so smart. Why didn't I come up with that? So let's do winter chicken dinner. And these are 2 people who posted a comment below. If you look down, you'll see that there's a comment section below me, and that's where you're gonna post something kind. It can be about anything as long as it's nice and we can approve it. If it's spam, we don't approve those. If it's people trying to sell you something, we don't approve those. And if it's something that's not kind to others, we don't approve those. So as long as you can keep it kind, and it can be as simple as just saying, hey, literally, you can just type, hey, and we'll approve that. It doesn't have to be about me or the class or the video, or it can just be about your life and something great that happened to you or somebody you know or something you're looking forward to. It's just being kind. So if you post your comment below, we will approve them, and then you go into the running to be a winter chicken dinner. If you are live chatting with me, that does not count. The live chat comments do not count. You do have to post a comment below, and every week we have a random software that picks 2 winners, and they get a $25 gift card to Scrapbooking Made Simple. I mean, who doesn't want a $25 gift card? Free money is free money, right? So our first winter chicken dinner from $4.98, which was the Sizzix masking film. And I think I'm going to be using that masking film again, potentially on Monday. So the masking film and the Simply Defined dies. Our first winner is Barbara Bisson. Barbara, is that you? Hello, Barbara. How are you doing today? Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Wahoo, Couture. Are you excited? Because you should be. We're all excited for you. Our second winner, winner, chicken dinner is Susan. Susan Burrows. Hello, Susan Burrows. Congratulations. You too are a winner, winner, chicken dinner. And Susan, I fully expect you to stand up and do the winner, winner, chicken dinner dance. I mean, you can do it in your seat if you'd prefer, but you do need to get into it because I have to sit down. So I guess if you want to do it sitting down, you can do it sitting down. So Barbara and Susan, you have $25. It's already in your online account to spend it any way that makes your heart happy. Buy something frivolous. Buy something you would never buy for yourself, or gosh, I suppose you could stock up on adhesive. Some people are like, I got adhesive with mine. I'm good for adhesive for a while. I suppose, but if it's free, buy something that you like you've always wanted to try it, but you never wanted to actually spend your own money on it. Now you don't have to. So you'll shop at scrapbookingmadesimple.com and your $25 will be in your online account. You'll see it when you go to check out. Congratulations, Barbara and Susan. Now we have to do the winner, winner, chicken dinner dance, or it's just not the same, right? You're a winner, chicken dinner. You're a winner, chicken dinner. Wahoo, Couture for you. Congratulations to both of you. And if you want a chance to be a winner, winner, chicken dinner here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, if you don't post, if you don't play, you don't win. It's the way it is. If you never post a comment below, I can guarantee you I will never be calling your name. It's that simple. All right, so today what do I have? Well, I have Creative Expressions, I have Jacquard, I have a little bit of Couture Creations, just a little bit of Hero Arts, a little bit of everything going on. But before I get started, I want to tell you a little story because one of the products I'm using, I originally said no to. It was like, it wasn't even a soft, well, let me think about it. It was a no. Yeah, sometimes it just is a plain no. I try to soften the blow sometimes, but okay. So when I was a child, when I was a little girl, I played AYSO soccer, and I played AYSO soccer from the moment I was allowed to sign up. I mean, the moment my dad could get me into a uniform and cleats, he did. I am the youngest child of 4, and my brothers and sisters are at least 10 years older than I am. They are less than 1 year apart. So, I mean, there's 11 months and 20 days between my two sisters, and then my brother is 11 months and 18 days between my other sister. So in 3 years, my mom had 3 kids, and then they took a long vacation from doing that, having kids. And then surprise, surprise, my mom got pregnant with me. Threw a plate at my father's head. Absolutely. But here I am. So my parents were a little bit older. My dad was in his 40s when he had me. And today that doesn't sound so bad, but back when I was born, boy, in your 40s, you were old, man. So, my mom had 3 kids by the time she was like 23 years old. And now, I didn't have my first one till I was in my 30s. So my brothers and sisters are much older than me, and I was like my dad's golden child, the one he didn't expect to have, and he had wished I was a boy because my dad was a high school football coach, but he got a girl. So instead of football, I played AYSO soccer, and again, he had me signed up. I think I started when I was maybe 4. I was pretty darn young. The minute he could get me into cleats and on that field, he did. Now, years ago, because I am going to be 55, so this is 50 years ago. Wow. That was a moment for me, sorry. AYSO was run differently than it is now. Now everybody takes turn playing different positions, and the goalkeeper can't be in the goal box for the whole game and that everybody has to rotate and everybody has to play. Back then it wasn't like that. Back then it was, if you were a star forward for your team, that's all you played was star forward, and you didn't rotate in and out, and everybody didn't get on the playing field every game, and a goalkeeper could stay in the goalie box the entire game, the entire 4 quarters. They don't do that anymore. But I was a goalie. I started as a goalie, and I've always been a goalie, and I was a good goalie. Like I was travel team type goalie, because that's where I started, and I would play in that goalie box the entire game. I never left it. So being that, and this game happened, the game I'm going to talk about probably happened when I was about 10 years old. So I've been playing AYSO now for 5 years at least. And again, goalie the whole time, all the way through. And so I was used to, we would win games and we would lose games for sure. But I was not used to being obliterated. I mean, I was not used to having every 2 minutes an opportunity for the other team to score. It was crazy. I so remember this game so vividly. It was so demoralizing for me. I could not, it was like every time they had the ball and they had it, it felt like every 2 minutes there was a shot being taken on me. Now, again, I was used to winning. I was used to losing. I was used to having shots taken on me often, but not like this. This team was insane. Now, I don't know if they were 15-year-olds who looked like 10-year-olds or if these 10-year-olds were just that good, but we had never played them before, so I had no clue what I was getting into. And at 10, at 10, you have no maturity at all, let's be honest. And I was just getting demoralized. In fact, it was so bad that when I went to kick the ball, I had a save and I went to kick the ball. I was so demoralized, I actually kicked it backwards. I've never done that. I had never done that in my life. Now, my father was, I don't know that they would let him on a field now for kids sports. My dad would be the dad running up and down the field. And he was amazing. If somebody fell, if somebody got hurt, if somebody's knee got scraped, he was the first one out on the field to take care of them and bandage them up and walk them to the sidelines and get them some water. If I got a ball in my face, my dad was like, suck it up and get up, get back out there. No. Aw, poor Stacy. Oh no, not with my father. He expected me to rise. And I remember I dove for a save once and I hit the goal post. It is not uncommon for a goalie at some time, probably multiple times in their career as a goalie, whether it be AYSO, high school, college, to hit the goal post. I hit it with my head. There was a bump. My dad said, she's not done playing. We've got 15 more minutes in we've got the last quarter. She'll stick it out. So my dad was that dad who literally ran up and down the field and he was, go, you guys got this. He was so encouraging, but he expected me to really perform. That has stayed with me my whole life. So fast forward, we lost miserably. And I want to say we lost 9-0, which was unheard of for me. 9 goals in one game, unheard of. But they kept stats, and as it happened, there was 146 shots taken against me. Now, I can appreciate that 9, when you've got 146 shots taken against you, that's not actually so bad. But in that moment, I'm 10 and tears are coming down, and so fast forward, we end up playing this team again. We go on a tour and we end up playing this team again, and I see who it is and I'm like, nope, I want no part of this. None. Put somebody else in the box. Not me and my little 10-year-old. I might have even stomped my foot with my cleats on and my shin guards. I wanted nothing to do with it. I didn't want to get in that goalie box. I didn't want to get in that goalie box. I did not want to get in that goalie box because I knew what was coming my way. And my dad is like, oh yeah, you're going to get in there. This is your team. This is what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to support your team. It's not just about you, it's about the bunch, it's about the group. And my dad doing his high school football motivation speech, which, high school football, they're 15, 16, 17, 18 to my 10 years old, but he's out there, you're gonna do this, you're gonna get in there, you're gonna rise to the occasion. And I'm like, nope. So, of course, my dad went out and I got in the goal box and I played goalie for that entire game. And it wasn't as bad. We still lost, which was okay, but at least I knew what to expect. And my dad was like, this is you gotta play for the team. It's not just about you. They play for you, you play for them. And if you lose, you lose. If you win, you win. But you don't not try. You just don't not try. And I just remember, nope, want nothing to do with it. Because my feelings were hurt. They were laughing at me during that first game, the other team, and my team members were looking at me with side eye. They didn't have side eye back then, but they were looking at me like, come on. So fast forward a couple of years ago, there is a manufacturer that we did business with. We really don't do business with them anymore. And a product came out and I really, really wanted to put it on the YouTube. I wanted to show it to you so desperately. I wanted to teach it to you. And I said, I really want to do this. And they said, nope. Not a chance. You're not a big enough retailer. What? I'm not a big enough retailer. I'm a mom and pop. Okay, I get it. I'm not mass. I understand that. Nope, you can't do it. We're not gonna, nope, it's not for you. It's gonna go someplace else. I said, I just want to teach the product. That's all I want to do is teach the product. And I could feel them almost like that game where they're kind of laughing at me, like, ha ha, you, right. So, all right, I lived with it and they went off and it became a huge success, as I knew it would be. I knew the minute I saw it, it was going to be popular, and it was. So now we come forward to this year, and Ozzy Andrew, who owns Couture Creations, has a similar product that he has done. And he shows it to me, and the first thing I say is, nope, I'm not doing it. And he's like, why? It's a great product. And I'm like, nope, I'm not doing it. Because I just felt that one manufacturer laughing at me, and that other team kind of laughing at me, and so it was a hard no. I thank you very much for offering it up, but I'm good. And he said, but it's really good. It's really good, Stacy. It's good. I promise you. And I felt I heard my dad in my head, because parents do that. My parents have both passed away. They lived with me up until the point where they passed away. And you never get that voice out of your head. And I hear my dad saying, Stacy, he's on the team. Hello? This is your teammate. Ozzy Andrew is your teammate. Couture Creations, they're your teammates. And you should do this. He didn't quite put it that way, but I heard him just go, maybe it was more of a felt. I felt my dad would be disappointed in me because I wasn't supporting my teammate, and that was Ozzy Andrew. And I still was unsure. And then I thought to myself, well, if I don't show you the product, then I'm disappointing you too, because you're also my teammates. We're in this together. Whether you realize it or not, we are all on the same team. I don't want to say I live through you, but you encourage me and inspire me to do better. You. I know we've never met. Most of you we've never met, but we know each other, don't we? And it's you encourage me and inspire me to be better than I currently am. And I could just feel my dad saying that, no, Stacy, you have teammates out there. So I put this product, we talked about it, and we put this product in Couture Creations, Dress Up Your Crafts with Couture Creations. It's an event going on this week. It's a 1-week event. It started on Thursday. And I'm going to bring the product back today and show it again today and really play with it a little bit more. Because, yeah, maybe they scored 9 goals on me, and maybe I was told, nope, you can't show the product and you don't get to have it for a YouTube. But then my teammates all got together and rallied around me at that game, and they said, you did your best. You know, it was hard. It was hard. I know. I remember crying my eyes out. I remember that. And I remember a few girls coming over and just saying, hey, you did your best. We did our best. And I played the second game, and the second game wasn't as bad. We still lost, but that's okay. But I didn't abandon my team. And I don't want to abandon my team this time just because somebody else said nope. Yeah. So I'm going to tilt on down. We're going to get started for today. And it is, I do feel my parents with me all the time. And I do feel their teachings and their expectations fall into my life. And sometimes I rise up to them, and sometimes I go, no, not today. I just can't, not today. But I think that they would be happy. I think my dad would be happy that I reconsidered and didn't just say nope. And so I'm going to show you what I've got today. We're going to play with Creative Expressions. I've got new layering stencils from them. They're mini layering stencils. I've got an amazing new product from Jacquard that dries. It really does dry. And then I've got the art workstation from Andrew, and so I've got Creative Expressions, Couture Creations, and Jacquard is where we're focusing today. So thank you for listening to my story, and I hope that Andrew and Couture Creations. So thank you for letting me reconsider, and thank you for always being part of the SMS team, and I really appreciate it. Okay, down we go. Think about my dad, and it just down we go. All right, so I'm going to show you samples first, and then we'll get started. Thanks, everybody. Oh, my dad was a tough one, man. He had such expectations of me, and he still does, because I can still hear him in my head. All right, so are we good there? Let me just make sure. All right, so let me show you some quick samples. How pretty is that? Isn't that beautiful? Hello, hello. Isn't that fabulous? I love this. This is happy belated birthday. Love it. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we got a delivery. All right, so the first place I'm going to start is with the stencils. I went to Creative Expressions and I said I would love some mini layering stencils. Creative Expressions is really the only company that does mini stencils. They're not easy to find, They can be very, very affordable. They're very useful, and they make the most beautiful toppers for cards, and they're super simple. We've done their mini stencils quite extensively. In fact, we had a Make It Monday with all the letters and the alphabets to make note cards. So they did 10 different stencils for me, and I have 2 different bundles, a more floral and toppers bundle and a more geometric bundle. I want to walk you through them. They will be sold open stock, so you can just buy one stencil if you like, or they'll be sold in the 2 different bundles. Each stencil has 3 different layers to it to bring out the one stencil. Pretty, right? 3 different layering stencils to bring out the one. They'll be on a YouTube Yummies, absolutely. That's the floral. And here is the geometric. Now the geometric are an all over pattern, so you're able to move the stencil either way, up or down, side to side, to make a larger image. Wait until you see the samples that I have for you today. So 10 different stencils, 2 different bundles, and the retail on them I think is $6.99 for the 3 stencils, and then they'll be on sale for 20% off, so that's $1.40 off of 7, which would make it $5.60 for the layering stencil. I think that I'm really close there. So that's what we're going to start with, and I am going to just play with some plain white paper to just stencil away, and then we'll add some more inks and some more colors. The next thing I want to talk about is the Couture Creations art workstation. So this is the item the other manufacturer said no. I'm not a big enough company for them. I'm not a big enough brand for them, and they came out with something very similar, and the minute I saw it at Creativation years ago, I wanted it. And I understand their reasoning. I mean, they have their own strategic partners and they have to support them. My feelings were absolutely hurt. So when Ozzy Andrew brought this out, my immediate feeling was no. And I'm glad I reconsidered. I'm glad my dad got in my ear, because it is a pretty unique item. I've never really played with it before until the other day when he sent it to me. This is a metal plate. It's been gridded, and your magnets fit right to it. The size is a 6x8, so it's a beautiful size, easy to work with. The ruler is also magnetic, so you have that to work with as well. And today I'm going to be using it with the layering stencils. I'm not going to pull out my washi tape, which is what I typically do, and tape everything down and then stencil away. I'm going to play with the magnets, and I'm going to tell you, I almost feel like I'm playing backgammon or dominoes with those. There's a very satisfying feeling to playing with these. Now I'm going to start pretty simple, and I'm just going to grab a piece of paper, and I feel like I've got 2. I do. And I can turn this any way I want. I like that it kind of slides on my craft mat. I don't think I would like it as much if it stayed in one place, because when I use it, I find myself moving it to where I need to stencil. It's very, very easy to use. And let's see, put my paper there. And let's pick out a stencil and see which one we want to start with. And this one's very pretty. Maybe we'll do that one. Gosh, I love them all. Okay, maybe we'll do that one. All right, so let me talk to you a little bit about these stencils before we get started. They are mini in size. Look at how cute they are. There is 3 layers to them. And for the most part, hey, wait. This is in the wrong bag. Oh my gosh. I'm like, wait a minute. Yes, they swapped them. Oh. Okay, we're gonna have to make sure that they didn't swap them in the whole thing. Oh my goodness. Okay, good that I found this out now. This one goes with this one. So we're gonna have to go check all the orders and make sure it's in right. So 3 stencils. And for the most part, they mask on top of each other. That means when I put them all together, you can't see through any area of the stencil. It looks completely solid, but it's not. You've got an area here, you've got an area there, and here. And each one of those areas is to be done in a different color if you choose, and the layer before it masks it off so you don't accidentally blend your colors or make a mess. Now they've given you a little hole right up here. If you want to tie them together, put a little ring there, put them all on a little ring, but this is also your registration hole for when you are stenciling with them. I'm going to use that as my registration hole. And there's no A, B, or C because there's no reason to. Because they mask off what you just did, you don't have to have them in a specific layering order. You can do them in any way you want. Keep in mind, stencils have 2 sides. So if I want my flowers this way, then my hole, my little registration hole is there. But I could easily rotate it, and now my flowers are going to face the opposite mirror direction. You always have that opportunity with stencils because stencils have 2 sides, just like paper. I also want to talk to you about another product that I saw. I was out tooling around the Creative Expressions site. Let me go up just a minute just so I can talk to you. So I was out tooling around the Creative Expressions website one night. I don't know, I was waiting for something to load. Who knows what I was doing, but I was tooling around their site. And I came across a product that I had never seen before. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so flippin' smart. Why didn't I think of it? It's by Woodware, or they put it under the Woodware brand, and Creative Expressions manufactures Woodware, and they're calling it an ink blending mat. Ink blending mat. I thought, well, what is it? Okay, so I ordered a few of them because I want to see what it is before I jump head in, right? So when I got it, I opened it up, and I actually got 2 sizes. I got the 6x6, and I got this is like an A4 size. Do they say if it's an A4 size? 8x12, so it's a little bit bigger, a little bit longer than an A4. What it really is a piece of the stencil film. Their stencil film is super thick. It's thicker than just about anybody else's. This is a piece of that stencil film. So in reality, what you're buying is a stencil that just hasn't yet been cut. So when I looked at it, I thought, oh, this really does make sense. I think I like it. I think I understand what I can use it for. And then I had to think, do I want the 6x6, or because it comes with 2 6x6 pieces, or it comes, in fact, maybe I even have, here, comes with two this size, the 6x6, or I could buy it in the big size. And I ended up buying it in the big size and not bringing it in the 6x6 size because the price was cheaper to buy the 1 versus the 2. And what does this do? Well, it allows you to blend your inks without wasting your inks. So when I bought this, I thought, okay, I'm gonna go back down. I thought, you know, most people are going to buy it and you can certainly cut it. So if you want to share it, I mean, you absolutely have options with it. Okay, you absolutely have options with it. Maybe I'm too close in now. So you can cut it right in half. And then you can give a piece to your friend, so both of you have one. You can leave one piece this size, and then you can decide, do you want to cut it down the middle? Do you want to make a smaller piece and a larger piece? It really is up to you. But I just thought the larger size was a better way to go because it gave you more options. And what does it do? Well, I'm going to work with it and show you. So let's put these over there for now, and let's bring my stencil back. And let me make sure that I am back far enough so that you're going to be able to see. Yeah, we're good, you think? All right, let's try. So I've got my stencil that I'm going to work with, and this is the chrysanthemum. It's got 3 different layers. I've put my paper on my art station. I'm going to put my stencil on my art station, and I'm just going to start with one of them. The key element is remembering that wherever the little hole is, see, I can pick this up and show you that I like this. Wherever that little hole is, it needs to be in the same place for all 3 stencils. That's the key. That's your registration mark. So I'm just going to drop these right over the top. And I'm not going to care where I put my magnets as long as I put my magnets, because now it's holding my paper and my stencil. No washi tape required. Hello. And depending on what I'm doing, I may need to pick my magnets up and move them a little bit. That's what reminds me of playing like dominoes or backgammon. I love these little things. So I've got my blank stencil film here. I've got my stencil on my art station ready to go. I like that I can turn it any way that makes my heart happy. And I'm going to pick a color to start with. And I think I'll start with, well, of course, I'll start with maybe a little bit of a yellow. Here's my image. So I can have that close by if I want to have an idea of what color I'm looking for. Now, typically I would take and do this and get a scratch piece of paper and tap off and then blend in, right? You've seen me do that a million times. This time, I'm gonna just take my ink and put it right on my stencil film. I can go in and pick it up and then go in and add my color. So I'm not wasting any of my ink. And again, I can turn my station to wherever I need it to be. And let's say my little magnet was in the way right there. I just pick it up and plop it someplace else. You move the magnets to where you need them to be. If I need more ink, I put more ink. And because it's on this little film, it's super thick too. I can see what I'm doing and I'm not wasting any ink. So I'm a little tight right here. Let me zoom on in. My little magnet is a little close right there. Just move it right over and go. You can move them anywhere you want. You don't even have to have all of them on there if you don't want. I am going to put a little bit of yellow right in that registration mark right here. There's a hole right there. Turn it so I can get right there. And I think I'm good. Now I can decide if I want to be done or if I want to layer in another color. I think for right now, I'll just call it done and pick up. And I have started. There's my first layer. Let's move to my next layer. And again, there's no 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. the previous, or this layer here is going to mask everything I just did. So I can put my little magnet, magnet, and you can see the yellow that I just did is no longer visible. The only thing you can see coming through is the white, with the exception of right there. The yellow is coming through right there, because if I had this in the wrong place, look at now, it doesn't line up. So this little hole is my registration mark to tell me where to line it up. I need to have no white coming through there. Okay, that looks good. Magnet, 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 magnet. And now I'm ready to stencil. And maybe I decide I want to use pink, soft pink. And I just go move on over and move on back a little bit. Put my pink right down. So instead of tapping it off on paper and losing the ink, I've got the ink right here that I can pick up. And right on in. And if my little magnet's in the way, I just move it. Move it. I like the sound when it drops. I can't tell you why. But I do. And now I might rotate because I've got these over here. I might move my magnets over here. Put a little more ink. No wasting of my ink. And just pick it right up. Look at it, I can grab all of that ink. So it's a zero waste. This was so smart and so easy. Hello. I'm like, why didn't I think of that? If I want to add any more color anywhere else, I can move them around. And if I want, I can even add a little pink to my top there, and I'm good to go. And now I've got 2 layers. Moving on to the third. Line my little registration hole right up. Right there. I shouldn't be able to see if I've got it right. I shouldn't be able to see any of the yellow or any of the pink. I should only see white paper. That's it, only white paper. So once I've achieved that, drop my magnets on down, because in some places there's not a lot of room for you to put a magnet. It's going to get in the way of something. So you just get accustomed to moving, swirling, and maybe I do a darker pink. Swirling and moving your magnets to where you need them. The nice thing is it holds everything in place. I don't have to do any washi tape at all. Yeah, my dad was right. I need to support my team and be there for them and get over it. Do I want to do the dark pink? I don't know if it's going to be dark enough. We'll make it dark enough. And I'm just picking up all that ink. that I would have lost otherwise by tapping off. And I'm using the medium sizes brushes today. These are also Aussie Andrews brushes. As opposed to the large. And they all come with a little hat. Aren't they cute? I think these are the only ones that come with hats. I love the little hats. That way they don't get dirty. Love the little hats. And I'm just gonna go in here and I'm making a topper or an embellishment. So my little magnet's in the way, I'm just gonna move it right out of the way. And it still holds everything down. Rotate, because I'm going to do this one down here. So I guess I really should say thank you to the company that didn't want me to show off the product. They did me a favor in the long run, because now I get to support Aussie Andrew, who has always been there. Couture Creations has always been there for scrapbooking made simple. And our peeps. All right. Do we want to see what it looks like? We ready for the reveal? I'll take my magnets. How cute is that? Right? Darling. Now if I wanted to go back, I could. I could take that first one if I wanted to add a little more color to it. And because I've got that registration mark, and just line it right back up. Maybe I might want to add some soft apricot. Bring over my film, put my color down, pick it up, and maybe just add a little more color. Oh yeah. These are easy to use. Any level of crafter can do this. Any level of crafter. And then put my inks away, magnet. Remind me, we're gonna have to make sure that the right product's in the right thing. Yikes. Oh my gosh. Okay, to clean this, how do we do that? A little bit of hand sanitizer and a paper towel. Psh, 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 psh. And wipe it down. My brain is just like, this is so simple. Why didn't I think of this? See, now I want to do this. And maybe this. And then I want to hit it with my hand sanitizer. It has nothing to do with stenciling. I just want to see what's going to happen. And background city. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. So I just wanted to see if it would work. Let's clean it. Now it may stain after a while. You may find that your inks will stain it, but don't worry, as long as it wipes clean, it's good. So what if I took this and I cut all the background off of it, and I brought over, ha ha ha. So totally unscripted here, folks. You just never know what's going to happen until it happens. I think I'm in love with that piece of stencil film, and because it's so thick, it's hardy. It's not gonna, once you own it, you're gonna own it forever and ever. And I bought the bigger size because I thought that would be better to cut it up into different sizes. So you pull out the size you need or share it with a friend. The two 6x6s just didn't do it for me. Because I was almost able to get a 6x6 and a 6x8 and then a smaller one. Oh boy! Yay! That makes my heart happy. You would do a better job taping down than me. Okay, come on. Yeah, I hadn't even thought about using it kind of as a way to blend your inks to make backgrounds, but oh, it certainly does work, doesn't it? And then just because I can. I didn't think I was gonna make a single thing today. I thought I was just gonna play, but I'm in love. We might have to make backgrounds for every one of them that I do. And this is, I'm using Hero Arts. It's a dye-based ink, but the minute you add that hand sanitizer to it, it just kind of spreads out. Come on. There we go. 1, 2. I love these little stencils. With not much, you sure can do an awful lot. Yay. Pretty. Okay, let's do another one because that was fun. Let's do another one. That was fun. All right, so which one do we want to do now? Well, I think maybe we'll do this one next, and then I'll do the butterfly, and then we'll move on to the geometrics. Okay, so my stencil, and you can just keep if you want to keep the card close by, just so you can reference it when you're doing it, up to you, because it's a nice color copy. Again, they're going to layer, so when they're all put together, you shouldn't be able to see anything through it. And I'll do this one first, and then when I put the next on top, it's going to mask what I've done here. So let's get a little piece of paper, or maybe I'll even go out of order. And let's put my stencil down. Let's go out of order. Let's do the vines or the stems first. And do I want to do them in green? Is that important to me? Do I have a green? Oh, I didn't really bring over a green. Well, so much for doing it in green. We'll just pull a pretty blue tide pool. Sure, it'll be very tropical. Right on my ink blending film. And then I can just go right on in. And I can pick all that ink up, so I'm not wasting any of my ink. And if my magnet's in the way, just move it. You've got other magnets holding it in place. You need to rotate your art station. And this one is by Couture Creations. This is their art workstation. It's part of our Thursday event with Couture Creations, but I'll also add it to the YouTube. All right, I think we're pretty good. Looks like I've got it pretty done. And let's see what I've got. So there's my first layer. Did my little registration mark. Let's put this one right here. And let's move to my second. Line my registration mark up with it. That looks pretty good. See, and here I am going to have to move my... They didn't give me a lot of room all the way around the flowers. There's not a lot of room for me. Even to tape down, there's not a lot of room for me. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move those magnets several times to get it all done the way I want to get it done. And I think I'm going to start with how about that soft apricot? My ink, go in, pick it up without wasting any of it. And move it when I need to move it. It's still gonna hold in place. even if you move your magnet, it's still going to hold in place. And when I finish that section, move my magnet back. Oh, this may be the end of washi tape for me. And I'm just rotating this to what works best for me. And then I think that was my pink one, Stacy, not my orange one. Well, I think I'm gonna add some pink now. I used my pink one. I didn't notice it wasn't the orange. Oh, Stacy. Well, we'll just add a little bit of pink to this then. Let me check my brush and get some of that orange out. So I don't wash my brushes. If I need to clean them, I just rub them against a piece of scratch paper until they're done. So I'm gonna go back in and pick some of this pink up and add it in. Move my magnet when I need to move my magnet. A little more pink. And blend away. I don't know why the sound of the magnets moving makes my heart happy. I don't know if it's something that from growing up with I don't know, dominoes or what is I is it part? No, it's not Parcheesi. Where you move the little pieces. Oh, I don't know what it is, but it sounds. There we go. All right, so let's see what we got. Oh, it's pretty. And then I have one last one, but I don't have a green. Oh, okay, well, we're just gonna have to go by the seat of our pants. So I'm lining it up. The last one is the little leaves, just to add that last little finishing detail on it. Although this is very pretty just on its own, even if you didn't want to add the leaves, that's very pretty. And magnet, 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 magnet. Wow. Okay, so not much of an option for leaves. Okay, we're just gonna do a blue. Put this over here. We'll do some blue. And wherever my leaves are, I just rotate my little art workstation. Pick up all my ink. I like that there's no wasted ink. If I need to move my magnet, just move it right out of your way. Yeah, I'm glad my father said, "Hey, wait a minute." Cuz my first response to Ozzy Andrew was no. No. I think cuz I was just hurt. And it wasn't his fault, and it was years ago, and really it's about supporting the people who support you. And he he supports Scrapbooking Made Simple, Couture Creations does, and he just knew that this would be a great tool for all of you. All right, I'm going to call it done. It's so cute. And then I think I'm going to make a background because I can. So if I do a little pink, and I do a little bit of that, and I think I used a little bit of Tide Pool. I'm going to leave that blue there. I don't want too much blue. I don't think I want too much blue. Do I want too much blue? Okay. Hadn't planned on doing this at all, but I got my piece of paper and my hand sanitizer. And my Turbo Mist bottle, best misting bottle ever. Pick up a little bit more. Okay. I think I'm good. You know what I should have done? I should have masked that off. Well, that's a perfect place for my sentiment to go. So I should have masked off that little hole. Now that I see I want a little bit more of that orange in there. A little more of my orange. It's actually soft apricot. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, so I'm going to clean this off now, and I'm going to mount that down, and that's where I'm going to put my, I'm going to put a sentiment. I should have masked that off because otherwise I need to cut, like maybe cut my corners off. Like a zoop. Oh, I'm never going to have them exact. Yeah, nowhere near exact, but that's okay. Should have left it, but this is a learning lesson. Let's clean this off. Hand sanitizer. Wipe it on down. That's how you're going to clean your stencils. Wipe them on down. This is good to go. Let's grab a piece of black paper. Tape it on down. And then we'll move on to the butterfly. I'm going to leave that just like that. And away we go. So I still have the Jacquard inks for you. We haven't started with those. Maybe I'll jump to a geometric and play with the Jacquard inks. Okay, I'm really enjoying this. This is a lot of fun for me. This is easy to do. I like being able to make my backgrounds at the exact same time. Ooh, careful out there, folks. Holy smokes. Yeah, I like being able to make my background at the exact same time and have a completed card and be done. Or an embellishment on your scrapbook layouts, or something for your mixed media, or your junk journal. This little guy's got quite a few little benefits to it. And I want to say it's around $5.50, $6 for the big sheet. And then, like I said, cut it up to what makes your heart happy, whether you are sharing it with somebody. Oh, that was not a good, I didn't lay that down very well, but. We're just gonna go for it. What do you think? So far we've done that one. And we've done that one. I do think we are going to jump. We're going to jump to I'll come back to the butterfly because I need to show you the butterfly. That's important. But maybe I'll do the butterfly with the metallics too. Ooh, that would be fun, fun, fun. Okay, so maybe I start with a black. Let's get another piece of black paper. All right, let's play with the metallics and let's talk about the inks. So Jacquard is the same company. They bought Color Box, and this is the same company that is doing the watercolor black ink for us and the white ink, and they're able to do it at an amazing value. They now are coming out with metallics. So I've got the first 3 metallics. There's 7 of them in total. These are pigment-based inks, and I said, oh, Asher, I don't know. They're never going to dry. I don't care. You give it time, and even then, sometimes they dry, sometimes they don't dry. I was so skeptical. So he sent us a whole bunch of them, and I didn't just play with them. I sent them home with several people. They were in a plain, they had no idea what manufacturer they were. They were in just a plain container, no writing, nothing, not even, maybe it had the color on the back, but I sent them home with several people to play with because I need to be sure they're going to dry. And lo and behold, they came back, the folks that I gave them to, and said they dried beautifully and they dried fast, which is exactly what Asher said they would do. Let me see, which geometric do we want to play with? And I think we'll do this one first. So I'm going to use, and yes, they have re-inkers. That's kind of a thing. I told Asher, anything we do, we have to have the re-inker for. And he did it. So the first three colors I have are platinum, gold, and rose gold. And I'm going to put them just on black paper before I do anything, just so you can see what the colors look like. So these I'm going to use my blending tools for. And I'm going to go on in. This is not like a luster wax. This is an ink. Luster wax with these stencils, they're going to clog up the stencil. You need to be careful. Let's do platinum. Now metallics always cost more than your basic colors just because of the alloy and how they have to make them. But even then, he's got them for $5.99 and we get to put them on a YouTube Yummy sale. $5.99 for the ink pad and $5.99 for the re-inker. I don't know if you've noticed lately, but the re-inkers have been getting more and more expensive. Sometimes the re-inker is now more expensive than the ink pad. That's because you're going to be able to fill this one up, I can't even tell you, a dozen times with this re-inker. So this has how much ink in it in comparison to the ink pad, but he kept them the same and he kept them affordable, which is a big wahoo Couture. So let's do the rose gold. Okay, to me, this is rose gold. I'm pretty picky about what I call rose gold. This isn't coppery. This isn't like a penny. Maybe an old burnished penny. It's got that rosy feel to it. So you've got the platinum, you've got the gold, you've got the rose gold. There's still 4 more colors to come. 4 more colors to come that we'll probably do in June. But we've started with these first 3. Okay. I want you to see this. I mean, that's super important to me. It has to dry. That's pretty rock star. This one done? Yeah, this one's dry. No smearing, no smudging, no putting another piece of paper on top of it and then picking it up and it's transferred. Asher, Jacquard, all of you at Jacquard, you did a great job on the formulation on this. You deserve to be commended for that. It doesn't move. Well done. You really deserve to be commended for that. So let's play and let's get one of our, so I'm going to do this one first. And I think I'm going to make sure that I cover that hole. Maybe that's what I need my washi tape for. And I'll just make a, because I don't want that in my design. I'm going to mask that hole. You think I did a good job masking that? I don't know either. Well, we'll see. Okay, so let's start with our rose gold. And I'm going to do the same thing. I can either come here and put some here and pick it up and lay it down. This, I need to use my foam sponge. You're not going to want to use a brush. It's a pigment-based ink, and your brushes can get gummed up. And I'm just going to come in here and pick up that ink. And I'm going to go off the edge so I make my registration mark because I'm covering that one up. And I'm still picking up my ink from over here and still laying it down. And rotating because it's easier for me to do that. Pick up some more ink. And if I think I've got enough, then I move on. That's not copper. It's not bronze either. I will go with rose gold on this one. Okay, so there's one. Now I need to, oh, Stacy. I need to know, yeah, this way. So it needs to go this way. Okay, line it up. Take a little bit of my washi. I'm going to cover this hole up because I don't want the hole to be part of my pattern. So I'm just going to hide that. Cover it up. And let's go with gold. So we can go over there and put some gold down. And it's really up to you if you want to go straight this way. Because I'm not using my brush, I'm going straight to it. It's up to you whether you want to come in and lay some down here and pick it up, or if you want to pick it up from there. You choose. You have options because I'm using a foam brush. You can't use your blending brushes. Move my little magnets out of the way. Rotate it if I need to, if it's easier for me to color. I love the sound of that. I can't tell you why. Okay, what do you think? Done? Take it off and see what we got. Remembering that it's there. Ooh. And now remembering that it's there, I'm going to line this one up. And you shouldn't see any of the other two colors, because each layer is masking off the prior color. That way they don't blend together. I'm just going to use that and put that right there. And put my magnets. Now because the pattern is all over, I'm going to have to move those magnets so I can do the whole thing. But you've watched me do that time and time again. Now I'm going to come in with the platinum. Platinum on my fingers. And it's up to me if I want to go this way and pick it up. And just move my magnets. And the board is holding everything in place. Actually, I still got quite a bit on here. Yeah, I still got quite a bit on here. All right. I think that looks okay. I want to say it's Parcheesi that you move the little. And let's see what we've got. All in metallic. And it's dry. Like, look, Ma, it's dry. It's not smudging. It is not. Love it. And then cut it out. And I'm going to leave that little black border just around it. Now the geometrics are an all-over pattern, so they have the capability to then connect and connect. You can go up, you can go to the side, you can make the geometrics as big as you want. I could have taken the geometrics and continued to go up. I could go up. It's entirely up to you, side to side, and you can just continue to build the pattern to the size that you need it to be. And then what if I don't think that the pigments will play well. I don't think the pigments will play well with the alcohol ink. I don't think so. But no guts, no glory. It's only ink. It's my ink. Let's try it. So let's get a piece of black paper. That'll do. Don't be afraid, Stacy. Yeah, see, I don't think, I don't think so. I think I might have a hot mess on my hands. Oh! Holy smokes, artichokes! Oh, it's gonna take a little time to dry because of the alcohol. Okay, yay! Holy smokes! That's beautiful. I need to let it dry. That alcohol has mixed in it. Is it drying? Slow. Oh, that's going to be a slow dry. I've got my fingerprints in it too. Let's see if I can get my fingerprints away. Wow. I have a heat tool, but it's not hooked up. How about we put this to the side and we see what happens? We let it sit for a few minutes. Okay, I am so digging on that. Holy smokes. Okay, we're gonna clean that. I'm gonna let that sit and see what happens. That made my heart happy. You might have been looking at it going, ooh, yuck, but that's okay. Not everything for everybody. But for me, that was wow. I didn't know what to expect. No clue. People will say, well, do you plan these out in advance? Okay, so I know what product I'm using, but I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful, but we have to move on. We do. Okay, let's pick another one. Let's do this one. And this one I'm gonna mix. I'm gonna mix color and metallic. But my brain is stuck on, my brain is stuck on that black. I think I'm gonna do that background one more time, maybe for this one, and see if we can duplicate it or if it was a one-time deal. It's not nearly as much fun if it's a one-time deal. Okay, so I'm gonna go, let's bring it on over, and I'm gonna use white paper this time. So let me cut a piece of white. Wipe that down. Got a little bit of ink on my art workstation. Dry it off. Okay, so let's put this down and let's go. How about one? So now this one, the hole doesn't impact at all. 1, 2. Well, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to have to move them. And I think I'm going to play with pink. Do I play with pink? Maybe I do this. No, let's just go. Let's play with some pink. Pink brush, pink brush. And when I have to move my magnet, I just move it. And if I want to turn my art station so it's easier, then just turn it. When you get past an area, put your magnet back. Need more ink? Add more ink. But at least I'm not wasting any of my ink because I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling and using all of it. So I'm thinking these on my tabs, on the tabs of my stencils. I'm hoping that the magnets will work and I don't have to use washi tape and just put the magnets on 4 of my tabs and have at it. Okay. That looks good. So pull off my first, and did I put, yeah. First layer, done. Now you could use it just like that and be done. And you could bring this over here and line it on up and continue your design. Let's go to the second layer. Move it up just a little bit. No, that's not right. I'm still off. How would I put that down? There we go. So I don't want to see any pink coming through. I don't want to see any pink coming through at all. And let's just go with a darker pink. Pull up all that color, move my magnet, go where I need to go, lay some more color down, pull some color up, gosh, I hope I bought enough of these. Oh my gosh. Well, I can only buy what the manufacturer has to sell, or what the manufacturer will sell me. Sometimes they say no. You know, they have their strategic people too that they work with, and I understand that. About a day later. It takes me a little time to get over it because all I want to do is teach. Oh my gosh. Yay. So do we think that's enough? Are we happy with that? Is it dark enough? Do we want to go way darker? Okay, let's see what we got. And now I'm going to finish it. I'm going to finish it with a metallic. Although you could be done. My gosh, if you wanted that to just be in white, I could be done. I don't have to do any more than that if I don't want to. Of course I want to. So let's line it up. Oh, that was a good lineup, Stacy. Thank you. And magnet down. And let's grab a metallic. And let's do the gold. Ooh. So here's my gold bouncer. Up to me if I want to put my gold down and then pull it up. Or if I want to go directly into my pad. But you're not going to use your blending brushes. This is a pigment-based ink, and it'll make them goopy. It'll gummy up the bristles. And move it around, and anywhere I need to add my gold, and I'm just moving my magnets out of the way. I think I'm good. And there I go. With my metallic gold. Pretty. Dry. Metallic. Pigment based. Dry. Metallic. Pigment based. Now what if I took and again, no clue if this is going to work. All we can do is try. Let's kind of wipe this on down. I'm going to take my pink. Let's get a piece of white paper. Oh, I'll just play with that one. I'm going to take my pink. And maybe slightly darker pink. And then maybe my darkest pink. And then, can I get it down there? Some gold. No idea what we're gonna get. Isn't that the fun of it though? It could look like a hot mess, or it could look like I was brilliant, which I'm never brilliant. I just like to play. Okay. Psh, 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 psh. I'm not angry with this at all. I might add a little darker pink. Psh, psh, psh. Psh, psh. Ooh. And look at that metal. Oh, and see, I didn't use as much. I didn't use as much blending, or not blending, hand sanitizer. And it's dry. And it still has the metallic. Yes. This time I'm going to cut it all the way to the edge. And again, I could have made this much bigger. You'll see in the samples. I could have gone much bigger. And I'm just going to use it as a topper. So I brought the inks out a little bit earlier than I thought I would. They really are planned for next week. And I'll use them next week too. But when I had these in my hands, I'm like, oh, we have to do something with metallics. And I think the next one I'll do in more guy colors. And then we'll finish with the butterfly. I should almost, yeah, I guess right there maybe. And then I'm going to grab the one that we did earlier and see if it's dry yet. Decisions. You all would use a trimmer. I tend to freehand. I'm not perfect. But I am okay. Ooh, it's looking good. Okay, I am so digging on this little thing and the metallic inks and the stencils. Oh my gosh. See, if we could just play all day like this. Could you imagine coming down to SMS and we work on the front tables and you guys are doing your thing and I'm sitting over doing my thing going, hee, look at what it did. That's kind of what it's like here for the girls. They never know exactly what I'm going to do on a YouTube. They make the most beautiful samples, but they have no idea what's going to happen. And I'll bring down the pretty things that I've done during class with you, and they're like, how did you do that? And then I'm like, ha, 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 you have to watch the YouTube. Oh, man, I'm in love. Creative expressions. You guys rocked it. You rocked it with these stencils. It was the perfect pairing. The stencils with the metallics. Oh, man. Now, that might not be your taste. Okay, I get it. But you can't say we haven't had fun. Let's do one more. And then I have to finish with the butterfly because I have to show you. And let me see how this one's doing. Not dry yet. I used too much. I think I was too heavy. But we'll keep going. This is all dry. We're gonna let this sit a little bit more, and next time I do it, I'll do it one more time. I won't use as much maybe. I think that might have been my problem. I was very excited and got very carried away with my ink. But you know, when you're excited, it just happens. Clean off. And which one do we want to do now? I have to finish with the butterfly because I need to show you. This one. That one. Do I want to use metallic with this one? I don't know. We're going to try it. All we can do is try. So this one also I don't have to worry about. The little hole is high enough that it's not going to impact my Okay, let's get some paper. Maybe we go here first. 1, 2, 3, 4. And maybe we try some navy or some caramel or some rust. Oh, let's go crazy. Are you ready to just go crazy? Let's do navy rust and we'll figure out a color. Ooh, this one is not happy. I must have got something in this. See, this is what happens to your brushes. I must have got something in my brush, and now it's all gummy. Look at that. Oh, can I work it out? Okay, I think I worked it out, but I obviously got something in this brush because it is not happy. Huh, I wonder if I got some of the pigment in here. I might have. How about we just do the rust? Now it seems fine. And I'm just picking the ink right up, and I'm not wasting any this way. I need to turn my platform because it's easier to ink up. Just turn your platform. Let's get some just rust on here. Let's make this a little more guy looking. Okay, I think I'm good. Looks like everything's done. Oh yeah, we're back to normal. That was very odd. And let's see what we've got. So one down. Now you could just leave it like that. Now let's do the next one, and because there's no right and there's no wrong, you just have to be sure that you're masking off the prior color. I think that looks pretty good. So I don't want to be able to see any of that just rust coming through. All you should be able to see is white paper. Let's do navy. Or do we do the aquatic? Or do we do the navy? Or do we do the aquatic? Decisions, decisions. I can turn it. Did I move it? I think I did. Oh, did I move it? Maybe I didn't. Well, we're gonna go for it. All right, I think I've got it all done. Might have moved it. Time will tell. Good thing it's only paper. Oh, I think I'm okay. I don't think I moved it at all. Okay, now I could leave it just like this and be done if I wanted it to have the white. Okay, let's put the final layer on. And now I shouldn't be able to see any of the blue or any of the rust. And I think I'm going to use the platinum. So luster wax is going to have a little bit of a trouble with this. You're going to have to clean your stencil out immediately if you choose to use luster wax. Luster wax will give you the beautiful metallic, but the stencils are fine. The intricate designs are very intricate, and that luster wax wants to hold to those nooks and crannies. And because luster wax from Sizzix is meant for not only paper, but all your non-porous things like glass and metal and plastic, it's going to want to hold. You're not going to be able to just wipe it down. Oh, it moved. Stacy, well, let's just put it back and see what happens. All we can do is try. I got a little too comfortable in my throwing my little magnets around. Line it back up. Only paper. You will get over it. Meaning me, not you. So luster wax, as the way I was saying, luster wax from Sizzix. It will give you a beautiful look, but those stencils need to be washed immediately because luster wax will just adhere to the stencil and be done. It's like it's meant to color anything that's non-porous along with things like paper. So if you do decide to play with luster wax with this, be sure to wash those stencils. All right, well, I moved it by accident. All we can do is see what happened. Not bad. A little bit right there you can see. But not bad. Very cool. Let's make a background. And let's take some Just Rust. Now let's take some of that blue. Well, I'm going to go straight to it. And we'll see what we get. I'm going to clean. Let's see how much of the ink I got on here from the other colors. Oh, hello. Oh, fine. We're good. Good to know. All right, let's go spritz, 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 spritz. Oh, might be mud. I think I want a little blue. Hello, blue, where'd you go? Spritz. What are we thinking? Look at that, and it's dry. Even that big chunky piece right there. Okay, this is so up my alley. I'm just going to cut right along the lines. grab a little piece of my black because that seems to be the theme I'm going since it's the only paper I got sitting right here. Tape it down. And then we're going to finish with the butterfly because I need to show you about the butterfly. The butterfly is different than anything else. You're like, what kind of tape job is that, Stacy? A quick one. So, are we glad? Are we happy? Are we loving this? Are we meh? I enjoyed your company, but this isn't for me. Where are we with this? I think the stencils are amazing, and they're exactly what I asked for. I went to them and I said, would ya? Could ya? And they said yes. So they did them, and then we tweaked them a little bit. And I added my little 2 cents in, which is really more like a quarter. I don't ever just add 2 cents. Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't know who we're going to give these cards to. I don't know if they're going to go to the church or the senior center. But man, I hope they like them. Oh, like it was meant for it. Holy smokes. See, and I don't even measure and look at how good it comes out. Like it was meant for it. All right. So I am in love with my little $5, $6 full-size sheet of ink blending mat. I'm loving it. I'm loving the fact that I could cut it into multiple sizes. I'm loving the fact that I was able to take the Jacquard ink that is on a global launch here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, along with the stencils from Creative Expressions on a global launch, that I was able to push them into that blending pad, and that metallic ink worked perfectly. Even though it's a pigment-based ink, it's dry. Ugh. And without having to have any paper that matches. I made my own backgrounds. Unbeknownst to me that I was going to be doing that today. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, we're dry. So I needed to use less hand sanitizer. I was too ambitious the first go round. But I learned on the second and third. I got it. Hi, Claire. What do you think? Hey, Doris. Hi, Belinda. Hey, Elena. Katie, Patty, honorary SMS girl Katie and Patty. What do you think? Asher at Jacquard. I need just a something behind it. I don't know what that... I don't know what that something is, and I hadn't planned on doing this, so I don't have any paper here. I'm like reaching for opulent. No, that's too soft. Do we like the gold? I actually think I like the, do you like the shiny black? Shiny black or gold? No, shiny black it is. All right, so let me get this down and we'll pull the butterfly out. And maybe we'll do the butterfly metallic and non-metallic. Boy, do I have stuff all over my hands, that is for sure. Inky fingers are happy fingers. So less hand sanitizer when you're using the pigment-based ink on the ink blending mat. Okay, well, I'm definitely not straight, but I'm gonna be okay with it. Okay, onward ho. Clean up my mess. I've made it into the trash. Oh, not even 50% of the time. Not a good day. I was not in the trash, not even 50% of the time. Why not? Okay, let's bring over the butterfly and talk about the butterfly. So, like every other mask that we've been, or every other stencil we've been doing, they've all been layering over the top so that when you put them together, they act as a 1, 2, oh, that's the wrong one, 3. When you put them all together, you can't see through because each one is a stencil and a mask all at the same time. But when we get to the butterfly, it's a little different. When you get to the butterfly, you have the body, you have the wings, and you have the detail. So, one doesn't necessarily act as a mask for the other, and you have to, because this truly is a true layering stencil where you've got a large opening here, and then you're going to layer the detail into that large opening. That means you need to start with this stencil first on the butterflies. This is always going to be your number 1. This is always going to be your number 2. This is always going to be your number 3. These you do want to do in a specific order. The rest of them, it doesn't matter. The rest of them you're going to be fine on. The butterfly is a little different than that. So let's go ahead and let's do, maybe we'll do 2 butterflies. We'll see. Let's go ahead and do the butterfly, and let's grab a piece of paper. And I'm going to start with the stencil that has the big openings. That's where I need to begin. The big openings first, and you're going to start with your lightest color. You have to build your color on this. So you build and you build and you build. Just like you're making a really good spaghetti sauce. You have to layer in that flavoring when you're doing a really good spaghetti sauce. You don't just throw everything all at once and then cook it all at once. No, you get a slow simmer of the tomatoes, and you've got you do the onions, and the onions have now melted down, and you throw in the garlic with the onions and get that all melted down, and then you throw in the tomatoes and you get that all married together, and you just start building your flavors. Same here. You start with your lightest color to build your flavors. And let's do, maybe we do yellow for our lightest color. So put my yellow right here. Go in, pick up, and just do a little bit of yellow. Now I could be blending my colors on here too. I don't have to do just one. We'll do one this way and then we'll do one that way, because these are super easy and super fast to do. So just a little bit of yellow everywhere. Move it out of the way. And just my lightest colors. Okay, I think I'm good. My lightest colors. Now I come in with my next stencil, which is this one. I should have, do I want to make a mark? No. I should have done a better job going outside the lines so I can see where I'm at. I'm going to guess about there. Line up my corners. Okay, so now I can line up my corners. Oh, and I got that in there. Darn it, Stacy. Honest to goodness. Oh well. We're gonna go for it anyway. So there, and there, and there, and there. So now I need my next darkest color. What do I want to go with? Go with a pink. And just get in there. And you're going to layer that pink on top of that yellow. And just get in there and layer that pink on top of the yellow. So normally we're working on white paper, but because this is a true layering type stencil where you are working on top of a prior image that you've colored, I'm working directly on the yellow paper. I'm not going to see white on my butterfly. The minute I put down that first color for my butterflies, that's the color I'm looking for. That's my base color, and that's what's going to come through. All the other stencils I've said, okay, look, you're gonna hide everything so all you see is white. That's not the case with the butterfly. So I think I've got it done. 1, 2, 3, 4. And my butterfly is started. Now I've got that one last layer right here. And again, I line it up. I don't want to see any of the pink, but I have to see the yellow. So I don't see any of the pink, but I absolutely see the yellow. And now I pick my last color. Now I could do it in the pink as well and just have a pink and blue butterfly or a pink and yellow butterfly. Let's see. Taking some of the navy out of my brush. And let's go with this one. Isn't that pretty? Actually, I think I might use this brush. And now I come in, and again, right over the top, and I'm going to be going over the top of the yellow. If you see white, that means you missed a spot somewhere. And if I need to move my little magnets, move them. If I need to rotate to get in there better, rotate. Add more color. So I'm using way less color than I used to by putting it right on the little color mat. And it's super sturdy. You need something that's going to be thick, that's going to hold up and not buckle when you're picking up your color. Okay, I think I've got every place. I just move my magnets around. And let's see what we've got. They're beautiful. They're so simple. Easy peasy. Gosh, I could even let's do that last one more time. And let's take a little bit of my pink and maybe come out here. Maybe a little bit of my blue and go up there. maybe some of my pink over here. And my yellow. I'm just creating my mat. I just made my mat while I was doing it. Okay, let's do one more. And we'll use some of the metallics in it maybe. So let's cut a little piece down. And let's bring over my first one because I always have to start with the biggest one, with the biggest openings. That's always on the butterfly going to be my number one. Always going to be my number one. And then what color do we want? What if we try gray? Like a gray butterfly? What if I use a little bit of gray? I think I will do this one in metallics. So I'm starting with a gray. Okay, so I started with a little bit of gray, and I might blend in just a little bit of pink, just for the fun of it. Little bit of pink, just for the fun of it. Okay, now my second, which is this one, my next detail. So here's my butterflies so far. A little bit more sophisticated, grown-up butterflies. Gosh, you could do that just like that. That's beautiful. Holy smokes, artichokes. These are great stencils. Okay. I need to line it up. And I think this time I'm going to come in. Oh, and I'm going to cover up that beautiful pink. Oh. So I'm going to end up covering up all that beautiful pink right there. All all right. No guts, no glory. You might as well just do it and live with it. But maybe I could add just a little bit more pink. A little bit more pink. A little bit. I don't want to cover it all up. Okay, I just add a little bit more pink. Just so I don't cover it all up. Now let's do our metallics. What metallic do we want to use? Do we want to use the gold? So line it up. I want to use the gold. And I'm going right over the colors that I've already done. There's no white color coming through. I'm working with dye-based ink. That's the colors. And the metallics are a pigment-based ink. But the pigment-based ink is by Jacquard. It's brand new. And it dries. Honest to goodness. Think I'm good? Add maybe just a little bit of platinum. Why not? I'm putting a little bit of platinum over the gold. Who knows what we're going to get? And then I have my last color. So I've got that metallic going on. I've got my last color. And I'm going to hit it with that blue again. Same blue I did last time. And anywhere there's an opening is where I'm going to add the color. So it's layer upon layer upon layer. You started with your onions and your garlic, and then you added your tomatoes and you stewed those down, and then you browned your ground beef and you added that in and let that simmer, and you let it all marry together until it's just beautiful. Can you see how fine the detail is on the butterfly? That's why the luster wax could be a little problematic. And we've got sophisticated butterflies with that gold kind of shining out at you and the gray going on. And then let's see if we wipe this down. Let's see if we wipe this down and we use the gray. Let's put the pink down first. Pink, 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 pink. And then gray, 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 gray. I don't think I'm going to do any more color than that. And spritz, spritz, spritz. And pick it up and let's see what we get. Oh, I think I want more. So, pink, 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 pink. And gray, 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 gray. And pop, 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 pop. And wet, wet, wet. Hand sanitizer, hand sanitizer, hand sanitizer, and hopefully we don't make mud. But mud is a color. That's true. Am I okay with that? I think I just want more on the sides. Okay, I think I might actually be okay with that. I just wipe the whole thing up with it. Dry, 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 dry. The metallic is all dry. So you saw how the butterfly was different than the others. The others just layered right on top. You looked for white. You made sure you didn't see any of the other color coming through. And you inked. Butterfly, you have to start with your lightest color first. The other ones, it just doesn't matter. So my gut was to say no to Ozzy Andrew, just because, you know, I had wanted to do a similar item, and I just didn't even think about it. It was just an instantaneous nope. But then, you know, that's not okay. That's not right. He puts out a great product. And he's Team SMS. And he cares about you. And the right thing to do was to say, of course, yes, let me play with it. Let me try it. Let me use it. But I was stuck in that no. And I could hear my dad saying, yeah, no, you're on a team, Stacy. This isn't just about you. You have a responsibility to your peeps. You have a responsibility to your manufacturers. You have a responsibility to the folks who watch you. I mean, granted, understand, he didn't actually talk to me and say that, but you know when you can feel you can feel it. You can feel that it's not what you should do. I could hear him in my voicing or in my head going, really? Yeah. Let's try this one again. I did not want to face that team again. I knew what was coming at me. I knew that I was gonna be behind the ball and they were gonna score on me, and I was just gonna have to be okay with it. And I didn't want to do it because I got laughed at the time before. But you know, my dad was right. You get back in there and you face it and you do it, and you're better for it. So while my feelings got hurt the first time when I didn't get to show the product that I wanted to, I think it was meant to be, because who knew that Couture Creations was going to come out with something very similar and give me the opportunity. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you like this or not, but I love it. I'm gonna finish it because I'm here, and then we're gonna photograph it and we're gonna use it as a sample. Creative Expressions, they rocked it on the stencils. I went tooling around their website, just playing around, looking, because sometimes you just never know what you're gonna see. Had no idea about this thing. Bought the big one because I thought you could cut it up and use it better, as opposed to the two 6x6s. Had no idea we were going to be able to put pigment-based ink from Jacquard down on it, their color pad line. Remember, Jacquard bought Color Box. So all your Color Box inks, and I know he's working on more colors. I have more metallics coming in June. I think he did 7 of them. $5.99 for the ink and $5.99 for the reinker, which is a holy smokes artichokes price. Boy, my cut is not good. But, like, just get the trimmer. No, my parents don't say that in my head. Sorry. If they did, I probably would. Just get the trimmer. Oh, that's way off. Can she get it up? Yes. That's better. All right, so I have oodles of samples to show you. Oodles of samples to show you. Plus, everything we did here. I want to get downstairs. I want to show Claire these before she goes home. We did all of these. You and me. Look at the metallic on that. Yum. All right, you guys. So, what is on sale this week? Well, like I said, we have 2 global launches. 2 of them. I'm very fortunate. I have the color pad metallic inks in the champagne or the platinum. It's the platinum, the gold, and the rose gold. And I have the reinkers to go with. So they're $5.99 for the reinker, $5.99 for the pad. I think we have an I Want It All bundle for it, or you can buy them individually if you just want to get the pad and not the reinker. I will always have the pad and the reinker. We are so Team Jacquard. Love Asher and his team there. They just make things happen. They have the chemicals and the formulas, and they manufacture it all there. They're amazing. This is a global launch. You will not be able to find these anywhere else but Scrapbooking Made Simple. I've got the workstation from Couture Creations. Similar but not the same. This one is a 6x8 size, and I just want to give Ozzy Andrew and Couture Creations a big thank you for nudging me. You were right to nudge me. Go ahead, mark the calendar. I said you were right. I have the stencils, the layering stencils from Creative Expressions. There's the bundle. 2 is the geometrics. You do not have to buy the bundle. You can get them open stock and just pick the one that you like. Or the bundle gets you all 5 geometrics. And then we have the bundle 1, which is the florals and the toppers. I'm gonna go in and make sure that they've got the right. Nope. So I'll be checking all of the product before it leaves here. They're bagged slightly wrong, but that's okay. We'll make it better. We'll fix it on our end. But you've got all the beautiful florals. You can buy just one, you can buy the whole thing, and if you like both of them, you can get both bundles or pick and choose how you wish. So those are on sale. I'm gonna put the blending brushes, because we usually have them on sale, just because I use them so frequently, and I used the medium Couture Creations blending brushes today. They all have their own little hat that comes with them, so it keeps them nice and clean and without getting goopy, as long as you don't make them goopy. Those will be on sale. And then the Creative Expressions Woodwear Blending Ink. I cut mine down to size, which is why I went with the big one. I just didn't see the point in getting 2 6x6s when I could cut this into what I need, or you can cut it in half and give a half to a friend and share it. This was a great little tool. Had no idea we'd be making backgrounds today, but we made stunning backgrounds. All right, let's talk about samples because I have got so many of them. I don't know how we'll get through them all. Ready? Okay, beautiful, right? I'm just gonna whip through them because I have got, I must have, I don't know, maybe 30 samples. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this, die cut. Take the circle, die cut it out. Look at these, they're amazing. Several of these were done by Creative Expressions and their design team. If I do not give props to them, it would just be wrong. You guys just did an amazing job. Thank you for your efforts on our behalf. Scrapbooking Made Simple did some of the samples, and some of them came from Creative Expressions, and they rocked it. Creative Expressions has put together a wonderful design team. Look at just taking pieces of it, not doing the whole pattern. How clever. Taking a fine liner pen and adding detail. There's one butterfly in here. And here, look at how you can take that stencil and extend it and expand it. They took the stencil and they extended it and expanded it, and they took the stencil and they expanded it. I mean, they're just so smart. Telling you, samples for days. This one is fabulous. Fabulous. Mr. and Mrs. Special. I love that. Simply the best on top of a 3D embossing folder. Just because, and they extended it to make the whole length. Happy birthday to you. Look at how clever that looks, like a quilting. Here they just took the one butterfly out of the one stencil. Be happy. That's one half of them. Make a wish. just wanted to say thank you. Happy belated birthday. Good luck. Just because. These are beautiful. They're striking. Who would have thought a mini stencil could be so much? Well, me. I did. I'm the one who asked for them. This is the butterfly I love. She took the butterfly, and instead of using it as a stencil, she traced around it to outline it. Look at that. So creative. Like, who would have thought? I did. I love these. They extended it. All I can say is thank you for listening. They extended it so the pattern continues. Surprise. Now, I'm not sure if we have images of all of these yet, and if we don't, we'll get the images done and get them added to the website. Told you I had oodles. And the next one is so soft and so elegant, done in grays and soft ivories. So soft and so elegant. Honorary SMS girl Patty worked on these. And then last but not least, mine that I did today during class. Or this way, whichever way makes your heart happy. Mine. All right, you guys. Oh, last one. It's me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Where are you going to find all of this great product? Well, you may be able to find an art station, whether it be by Couture Creations or another manufacturer. Lots of people have them. They do. The Hero Arts Cubes. We generally have those exclusive here. I don't know if anybody else has the Hero Arts Cubes in cube form. Oh, but we're not going to put those on sale this week because I need to get the inventory back up. So Hero Arts Cubes coming for sale soon. But the Jacquard color pad pigment-based inks will be on sale. The stencils will be on sale. Those both are global launches. You may be able to find blending brushes locally. And the blending brushes will be on sale. And again, the Hero Arts inks in the cubes, you may be able to find those locally. We're not going to put them on sale this week. We'll have a sale on them as soon as I have the inventory back up to a quantity so that at least we have something to sell. I have an order in, so once the order arrives, we'll then put those, we'll do something with them and put them on sale then. The Woodware Spouncer blending tool, the Couture Creations blending tool, the ink, what are they calling it? The ink blending pad. You may be able to find this someplace local as well. So if you can, by all means, shop what you can get locally. And if you can't find it locally, then come online, whether it be with Scrapbooking Made Simple or one of your other favorite online retailers. Okay, you guys, it's me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, saying thank you for being with me today. Thank you for indulging me and letting me tell you my story. As Michael, my husband, Mr. SMS says, You know, because we when I was 10, he says, well, you got spanked. Like when you get beaten badly, you were spanked. Yes, and I just didn't want to do it again. But thankfully, my dad knew best, and he said, get in there and get it done, because you play for a team. And we are a team here, the manufacturers, me, my staff, and you. So thanks, everybody. I'll see you on Monday for our next Make It Monday event at 5 p.m. sunny California time, 7 p.m. Central, and 8 p.m. Eastern. Until then, have a good weekend, everybody. Bye.